Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Now, a lot of y'all ask me, Unc, how do you afford those toys? One, people donate to the channel, far as like toys, money. Two, I work a 9 to 5 job, 40 hours a week. Three, I do this channel. This channel generates income. Between my job and this channel, it helped me afford to buy these toys. Now I'm gonna explain something. In the beginning when I was doing this, I was very reckless. Dude, I was spend and spend and spend. Like I said, I didn't have control because it was just something that took hold of me, man. I think last year, I spent like 8 or 9 thousand in toys. Just being honest, bro. I bought a lot of shit. That includes some other shit that you may not know about that is still part of this channel. Just I don't show it. My big thing that I tell people, you really have to work hard at what you do. If you really want something, that means you got to work hard to get it. That means those little side hustle jobs I be doing with my friends when they cutting grass and, they removing snow, because I got things I want to get. And just working one job ain't gonna get me there. Just, doing one thing, I am so thankful for it. And I wake up and I am so overjoyed that I have the opportunity to do some of the things that I want. One of the biggest things that I think people don't understand is that talking to people, it gets you into contact. It gets you into the space with other people who have some of the things that you want. At my job, not this one, but the one before, I was telling them that I'm really off into video games and I enjoy that. And, they were like, I think I got some old video games sitting around, man. $20. Okay. Brung them to me, $20. Somebody else brung me some other stuff. Somebody else brung me some other stuff. Before that, I was into cards, and people were bringing me their card collections. Man, I had Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and I had sports cards from people from work. They were selling me some of their kids' old stuff that, they went off to college and, that stuff was just sitting there. I'm going to explain something to you. Over a period of time, shopping on eBay, I was a little bit out there because eBay, it allowed sellers to sell stuff at inflated prices, which if you got a seller to buy it, eBay can't do anything about it. And, I don't believe, the seller is wrong. If I'm willing to pay $75 for one toy, that's on me. And see, I was looking at that for stuff that I didn't have, and I was waiting and, I was saving to get certain things. And, my thing was, at first, I got myself in some debt. I had bought some stuff with my credit card and, I was like, damn, which were pre-orders. I put the pre-orders on my credit card because I didn't want them to hit on my debit card, because, pre-orders, as we all know, they are a little wishy-washy. So they hit one day. They hit for like $500 damn. My wife lost her fucking mind. She went the fuck off. She went off so damn hard. I never seen that short-lived person do all that. She just went the hell off. And she had every right for going on. Bruh, I had to get this shit under control because, see, I was a little bit out of control because, I was like, man, fan and shit, people bringing stuff to me, people knocking on my door in the middle of the night, the police coming by thinking I'm selling dope and shit, bad toys and shit off people. Cop said, man, look, I'm going to just say, whatever you're doing, you need to stop. So I showed him what I was doing. Man, he started laughing. He's like, I got some shit at home, too, if you want to buy it, right? So he set up some shit. He sold me some Funko Pops. This other one sold me some, what's that, wrestling figures, man? Dude, you'd be surprised what people are willing to sell you. See, I open my mouth and I talk to people. I get people with the right people. I get people with people they talk to over here. You a tap dancer, I get you with people who tap dance. I get people over here with these people. But yet instead, people get me with the people I want to be around. You know, like, man, you collect stuff, man. You know, he collect gym shoes over here, man. He a size 12. He trying to get rid of his shit, man. Come on, Tim. You know, you looking at them shoes, man. He got all them Jordans, man. He got, you know, and this is what they do, man. He got all them Jordans. He got all them Jordans. He got all. It's like a repetition thing because they figure if you do it repetition style, maybe you can get me into buying it. And ain't no lie, it did work. Yeah, all them damn Jordans. Shit. He really did have some heat, man. My thing is, see, the thing is, like I told you at one point in time, I was buying shoes off people's feet. I had flip-flops with me. I was buying shoes off of motherfuckers' feet. You can't get mad. You trying to figure out how the hell you gonna buy some shit, and you thinking like, oh shit, I got some flip-flops. I'm okay with this shit. You like, bro, I'm serious. Life is real out here, bro. Nobody never understands the business model of a person. Like I told you, I used to bootleg, man. I used to sell candy and chips and nachos and all that shit, pop. Bro, I wasn't playing with you. I was trying to make all the money I could. When I was unemployed, bro, I was trying to make every dime I could. Shit, I was selling that shit so hard they thought I was selling dope. Dude, you think I'm playing. Dude, I sold candy in school like a player, bro. You thought I was playing. They were like, damn, look, your mama got to come up here. You doing way too damn much, man. It got people selling candy for me. Man, look, I'm going to tell you something. At the end of the day, dude, it's all about one thing. The gift of gab. If you can talk to people, people will connect with you, man. And I had people reach out with me. The third guy who reached out with me to sell, I mean, not to sell, but to buy this stuff. And, you know, he asked me what I got. I said, I got like video games. He's like, what consoles? I said, I got NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis, N64, you know, Xbox 360, you know, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, you know, PS, you know, all the PS stuff. You know, I got Nintendo stuff in there. Dude, I got GameCube stuff in there. I got over 1,000 damn discs in there of video games. This is why when people ask, how much do you think your stuff is worth? I got consoles back there. Dude, I have stuff here, and this is not me bragging or me, you know, talking crazy. I got comic books, man. I remember I was in a place where I got burned out, and the comic books didn't burn, but I didn't have nowhere to put them. I was homeless after that. I didn't give a shit about none of that. The only thing that was worth anything to me was me and my car. We had to get the hell up out of there. And I did. Shit. For the love of God and everything else, he got me off them damn, out from living out of my car and shit like that. People didn't understand that. People don't understand what you go through. They just see you where you at now. They don't understand how you had to travel that road to get there. My life wasn't, you know, some sort of cakewalk where everything is good. Man, shit went wrong so bad, it was just crazy. But another thing, bruh, the thing that I look at is I had comic books before and I left my old place and I had to get out of there real quick. And when I came here with my wife, we moved into this place together because she had her own place and I had my own place. But I came here and the space that I had, all those comic books just couldn't fit here, man. It was just a whole bunch. And I gave them to someone and man, they ended up selling them all for $300. I said, I'm just sitting there. I said, I hope you didn't sell 6,000 comic books for $300. I said, they must have seen your ass coming. But you know what? I can't say shit when I couldn't do anything with it. I had to get rid of Transformers. I had to get rid of G.I. Joe stuff. Dude, I had to get rid of a lot of video game shit. Dude, I had to get rid of stuff, and people never understood that. When you have to decide whether you gonna have a place or that stuff gonna have a place, which one you think you would choose? I'm gonna choose me every damn time. That shit you can get again. Dude, this is not my first time collecting. This is not my third time. This is not my fourth time. Dude, I have been collecting for a very long time. Over a period of time, how much do I think I've spent? Over 30 years? Probably about 6 figures, bro. Seriously. Easy. I think, honestly, it's probably in somewhere in 6 figures how much it's worth. I'm not joking with you. I'm not sitting here bragging. I'm not anything. People ask questions. How much do you think all that shit is worth? About 6 figures. Do I think I could get six figures? Maybe. You know, when you factor in every damn thing from the video games, the comics, the action figures, the gym shoes, the cologne, because people be trying to do that one real hard too. They want to take you done seen the cologne collection. It's serious, man. The watch collection, the every damn thing. Diecast cars, the Hot Wheel cars. They even want the RC cars that I got. I got RC cars. Yeah, I got a ton of RC cars, bro. I got shit that I haven't showed for reasons. Dude, it's like you show too much here, people get somehow offended. The Lego stuff, it sits right behind me. People look at me and be like, man, I don't understand. Are you stealing that stuff? No, I work a job just like you do. I capitalize on all of my abilities. I have people that give me stuff. Man, my kids don't play with this stuff no more, man. I was about to toss it, man. I remember you collect toys and stuff, man. I'm just don't give it to you, man. Just donate it, man. Because, when I needed your help, you was right there for me. When I needed help moving out of that place, you helped me move and didn't charge me a dime. You drove the damn truck and didn't say anything. Helped me move, told me bye afterwards and left. He said, bruh, I got some stuff in the basement I want you to look at. So I went down there. He said, I said, oh, I could pick a couple of pieces. I said, man, I really appreciate that. He said, no, take it all. Man, I loaded my damn car up and didn't say another word. See, that's the thing. Bro, you got to be there with people. That's why I say sometimes you got to talk to people. You got to open your mouth. I understand some people don't like talking to people or, they introverts and stuff. Sometimes you got to open your mouth. If you're looking for stuff at the store, me and my wife are looking for this Tiffany purse. Tiffany and Company. It's Tiffany Blue. It's this new purse they got at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and we've been looking for this damn thing for a minute. I think, it's a reasonable price, and if I found it, it'd be for Christmas. It'd be one of the things I got it for Christmas. My thing is, you have to understand one thing when you're dealing with business. You got to be able to let go of shit in order to get new stuff. You get what I mean? You got to be able to let go all this. And like I said, man, I will let go of this and not think twice if I had to. If the right offer came. And before, like I told you, I done sold this like about 3 times before this. First time, I really didn't know what I had. I was just trying to, do something. The second time, I was trying to. That third time, what they offered me, man, I was just like, motherfucker, I drove it over in a damn U-Haul. Bro, that's how it was. Man, look, I wasn't even playing. Dude, sometimes when you need the money, man. I think a lot of people don't understand that. I think a lot of people don't understand how shit is changing out here. Collecting ain't as simple as it used to be. But I learned one thing to offset some of the collecting I do. I tend to go to Ross and DD's. I went today. Found a hell of a lot of stuff, from Avatar, Super Mario Brothers, The Simpsons, stuff like that. Stuff that I collect and stuff that I like. And my whole thing is, you getting this stuff for reasonable prices, but guess what? Everything holds value, bro. Not every piece you get is just, oh, I paid $8 for it. It's only worth $8. You look in the books at some of the stuff, even if you open it, you look at the prices on eBay and some of these other places, bro, you sitting there on a gold mine. They got this app that you could put your toys in, and it'll show you what stuff is worth, man. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. You buy the pieces because you like them. I buy the pieces because I like either the color, the texture, the overall look, Dude, I just don't buy shit just to buy it. You be like, man, you just buying any Funko Pop. You just buying any damn thing. When I bought Strife for the Mutant Liberation Front, man, this dude was what, $30 when I bought him loose? Heavy figure, quality figure. One of the better Marvel Legends. Quality all the way around, bro. They even did everything under the cape. You know how sometimes they had these big capes and how they, don't do anything on the other side? And you'd be like, who thought of that? Yeah, but you know what? Again, you're going to spend money on a hobby. Then, there was a lot of stuff that happened this year. We got a second car, one that I could just drive around, one that's paid for. Went on a couple of trips, man. I learned two things in this life. Man, with the way how the economy is going and the way how life is going, you need to live. You need to enjoy every bit of life that you got going on, man. Because you don't know what tomorrow may bring. Everything is changing, and it's not changing for the better sometimes. Man, someone asked me for a list of all the stuff I got. I said, why? I just want to know what you get. Nah, we don't do that, man. What do they do that at? I wouldn't even trust that. Somebody asking for a list of the stuff I got. Why? I'm not being an ass or anything like that, but I notice a lot of people ask real pointed questions. They want to know how much you spend, how much you are worth, how much you make a year. Dude, why? This is a toy channel, a conversation channel. That's what we do. I spend what I figure that won't hurt me. Now, will it hurt somebody else? I don't know. Because, at the end of the year, I have to file YouTube too, right? Whatever I make here, I got to pay taxes on. There are deductions and everything, but you still got to pay taxes on every damn thing. This is what you get people to do. I don't know. But overall, man, I spent a lot of money in this. Got a lot of money in it. But I also found a lot of good deals from Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, Walmart.com, Target.com, Ollie's, DD's, Ross, Walgreens, dude. Just even when Target and Walmart have clearance, they have good-ass deals, bro, where you just walk away with damn near 10 action figures. Big Bad Toy Store had those Super 7 G.I. Joes on sale. At that point, I think they were like $10 a piece. I think I bought like 10 damn figures that day. But you know what? At the end of the day, bro, it's on you. I got credit card debt. Not because of toys. I got credit card debt because of big boy shit that go wrong. Shit, we don't always have cash for it. But everybody see you spend money and they think, oh, all that's on credit. No. Dude, honestly, I done paid my credit cards off damn near 2 or 3 damn times since we've been doing this. But that's that big boy shit that pop up. That grown person shit that pop up that you can't do a rainy day fund for. Because sometimes the amounts of money people need up front, rainy days don't cover that always. Like I say, once you replenish those rainy day funds, they sitting there. But sometimes something big comes along and take it, or something small. You got 30 small things that pop up that needs to, 30 small fires that needs to be extinguished, and you extinguished them all, but each one of them took a piece of money. Each one of them, if you look at it, singly, it wasn't that much. But if you look at it all combined, if you done put out damn near $3,000 worth of fires or small fires, that added up to $3,000, and you like, damn, that's the whole rainy day fund. And people not getting it. People like, you should have a $30,000 rainy day fund. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna get $30,000 for them to have a rainy day fund? People out here living from paycheck to paycheck. People out here are one step away from being broke. And that's real talk. What are you putting up? What you saving? What I can. You should save all your money. That's a bad idea. You should pay off all your debt. That's the wrongest thing. That's the baddest advice I could get at any damn body. Because as soon as you pay off your debt, there's more debt coming. So you never get out of debt. Never. You was born into debt. You gonna die in debt. Funerals cost money. Being born costed a lot of damn money. Money. So think about all that, man. When you sit back and think collecting is so easy, bro, it's not. It's a lot of hard work in finding what you want. You know, I was trying to complete some of the X-Men toys. It took a minute and it cost it. It took a minute to find some of the pieces that I wanted that was at Ross for cheap, but they didn't have them at my Ross's. So I end up having to buy them off of eBay, and they wasn't Ross prices. See, the thing is, a lot of people look at my collection and think everything came from Ross. Bro, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Like I told you, I think at least, what, 10% come from Ross, 10, 15? Maybe lately, shit, it seemed like everything came from Ross, but if you look at my collection overall, that's like a small percentage. You know, hell, most of the shit here came from eBay. Whatnot, Amazon. Bro, I don't understand. Like I tell you, stuff is expensive. Costco, you get toys every damn way. I get die-cast cars from Costco. I got a damn Fortnite action figure set from Costco for about 50 bucks, which I was putting back, and I didn't realize I paid for it at the end. I said, this shit. But you know what? I like Fortnite stuff. I have a lot of it. I had it displayed at one point in time. I got a lot of Witcher stuff. I got a lot of every damn thing, bro. Because I collect some of everything. And that's what I like about my collecting, man. Again, it doesn't matter how much you done spent. It only matters if you enjoy what you're doing. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. You know, I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy finding stuff. And like I said, this time I found some stuff. And I was so happy that I found it. Because you usually don't find stuff. You know, so, yeah. But till later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.